Assalamu alaikum, Sabihah, and welcome to Salam Media. Thank you so much for giving us your time today.
Thank you so much for having me today, Shahista, and also Assalamu alaikum to all your listeners as well. I'm very excited to be talking about this topic. It's something that's very close to my heart. So, yes, thank you so much.
You know, I've been friends with you for many years and I've seen you grow not only as an entrepreneur, but as an individual. I think we've shared many life moments now together where over the years things have happened in my life, in your life, and we've bonded over these circumstances. But to see you bounce back with something like this, I think it was unexpected. I was really proud of you. And I thought, wow, I wish you all the best in it. So please take me through this journey of what made you create this online dating app.
So, as you introduced myself and introduced the brand as well, you made note of the online platform that we have created and Bling Happiness, where it is a sort of like a sisterhood, people coming together, and it's also a space to vent and to share and to know that you're not alone. And because there's such a large community of women on this platform, we from time to time people were, coming to me and they were asking for for something like a matchmaker. For a matchmaker platform or a place or to put together a platform or a space for people who are looking to get married to sort of come together. And this has been at the top of or at the back of my mind for about 2 years now. But for me, Shaista, the problem here is that I did not want to create another space of a Tinder. I
Mm.
did not want to create a space of where hookups and meetups happen. And in reality, if you look at it, the people who are single, or the ladies and men who are single at the moment, mostly the ladies, are ladies who are marriage material. You know,
Hmm.
it's these ladies who many of who I know personally, who are a 10 out of 10 in my books. They're so well grounded, they're so well rounded. They have things like their awareness, they go for therapy, they're reliable, responsible, they add value to the world around them, but they are still searching. And and to me, what it seems like it is because the guys out there, they are not committing as easily as before for various reasons, but also it's because they have so many options. Um, yeah, so I didn't want to create another Tinder or another space that would only be harmful to ladies who are really serious about getting married.
Hmm.
And that is where the delay came in. And after doing some research, we chatted to various people. I have a lady who is my partner, and we're doing this together. Her name is Fatima, and she and I, we have had various conversations. So we did a lot of research with ladies who are single, who have been matched before, to see what has worked and what hasn't worked. And I was also made aware that there is an algorithm, right? So there
Hmm.
is an algorithm that has been created already. And what this algorithm does is it sort of matches people automatically. And I wasn't
Wow.
very happy with that either. I'm like, you know what? We need people, real people here to sort of look at these. Look at these prospective, matches, and to sort of unpack it and understand it before sort of starting the matching.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, and that's what we did, and we are here now.
So, what is the name of this app, Sabiha?
It's called the one.com.
Okay, and when you spoke about research, conducting the research around development of this app, what type of research did you do? Do you have to look at other apps or similar apps or criteria in the community? What did you have to look at?
Yeah, so the first thing was, we can't start anything without our intention and without dua. So, we made lots of dua that this would work out. We sort of went with our gut to understand, because this is a big amana. Shahista.
Mm.
It's something quite huge, and so we asked a lot for guidance, and the honest intent behind this was for ladies and men who don't go out, who don't socialize as much, whose circle is very small,
Mm.
and who sort of are involved with other things than going out and looking for a partner. So the intent has always been for these males and females. Obviously, if there's others who are also looking for to get married and who is serious about marriage, it is open to them. So we did look at various other popular apps, and we spoke to a few ladies, and they all said
Mm.
that things like there are other Muslim apps out there, and that just doesn't work out for them because the men out there, sad to say, are just looking for a hookup. Or what would happen is they would talk to somebody for about a month or so, and then
Mm.
the conversation would just go cold. So in their heart, they're like, okay, this is it. There's some hope here.
Yeah.
This looks positive. This looks like something that could work out. And then the guy just disappears. So what we had was a list of don'ts, what we
Mm.
do not want to do, and then it
Mm.
became easier to fit in the do's. And we did speak to lots of ladies who are in sort of who are serious about marriage, who are looking to settle down. We spoke to them, and to see like what would work out best for for them in this sort of a setting. So Shahista, the one.com is not a hookup space. It's
Mm.
not a space for chatting. It's not a space for dating, any of that sort. What we are very clear about and um, what we are very conscious of, and um, what we sort of put out there is that this is not a space to date. So you only come into
Mm.
the one.com if you're 100% serious that you want to get married.
Mm.
And we have allocated a fee to it as well, because that sort of is the deciding factor in terms
Yeah.
of seriousness as well.
Committing. Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was the other thing. And the third part of our platform is that your parents are involved, right? So when you complete, there's a registration form, and what we did was we did not keep it to open-ended questions, because lots of times when it's open-ended, people just put not applicable, not
Mm.
applicable, not applicable, and we move on, right? So we have actual checklist, and
Mm.
it really and it deals with the very hard to ask conversations like, will you
Yeah.
be providing for the ladies form, um, you know for the ladies to complete, we have one registration, and then we have a separate registration for the men as well. But there's
Sure.
questions on there for the guys like, are you willing to provide a monthly allowance?
Mm.
If so, how much would it be? What are your expectations from your wife? Is she expected to visit your family every week? Is she expected to live with your parents? Is she expected to take care of your kids? So all of this is there, which helps us manually match to see,
Oh.
if there's a good fit.
Okay, so we're going to pick this up straight after the break, but I love where we're going with you reaching the target market directly and understanding exactly the type of questions which we're going to touch on after the break.
Salam Media.
لا تقل لوحدي أو كيف السبيل.
Humanity sets the agenda.
Yasin Badat Financial Advisory. Are your financial goals feeling out of reach? Yasin Badat Financial Advisory is here to turn your aspirations into achievements. Our dedicated team, armed with a history of success, is ready to guide you through the complex nature of financial and investment planning. Whether you're a seasoned investor or new to the game, our personalized solutions cater to your unique goals and risk appetite. Trust in our commitment to transparency, integrity, and excellence. Ready to unlock a world? Partner with us today Call Yasin Badat Financial Advisory at +2733346207 or visit www.yasinbadat.com. Yasin Badat Financial Advisory, guiding you to financial success.
After the recent attacks on Gaza, many families have been displaced with their homes left destroyed. Through your donations, our teams are on the ground in Gaza, providing support and delivering necessary aid to families affected. The people of Gaza need your help. Give hope. Donate today to Penny Appeal South Africa. www.pennyappeal.org.za 031 1100 573.
We are here on the ground with many appeal organizations in Gaza.
When the perfect blend of stylish decor, exquisite halal cuisine, and warm hospitality come together, it could only mean Al Bayt Lodge, your true home away from home. Al Bayt is the ideal heaven for families, business people, and tourists with its 4-star family rooms and other luxurious facilities. Conveniently situated close to Port Elizabeth Airport, the beach, and other amenities, your stay will be truly unforgettable as you'll be taking home lasting memories of the warm hospitality, the serenity and tranquility that Al Bayt has to offer. For reservations, call 041 583 6415 or visit www.albaytlodge.co.za.
Hey Gulam.
Yeah?
Did I return your lawnmower last month?
No.
Oh no. Now what'll I do? I wanted to borrow it again, man.
With Rendry Jewelers, you won't have to borrow or lend because the prices are so well trimmed on all gold and diamond jewelry. Alternatively, we could remake your old jewelry into a brilliant new design. Visit Rendry Jewelers at 151 Stevens Lamini Road, Musgrave, Durban. Rendry Jewelers, the family name you can trust.
For the first time, I can dream again.
The Africa Muslims Agency Orphan Hope Program provides the food, clothing, and basic support needed by thousands of children across the world. Every child deserves a chance at a hopeful future.
For 50,000 rands, you can transform our lives with the AMA Orphan Hope Program.
Africa Muslims Agency, empowering, educating, inspiring.
Attention drivers, revamp your ride with top quality tires at Best Drive Bromfontein. Our seasoned technicians guarantee a perfect fit for a smooth, safe journey. Choose from premium brands to budget-friendly options, all at competitive prices with special offers. From tire installations to brakes and shocks, we have all your vehicle needs covered. We also specialize in wheels, batteries, and suspension repairs. Get to meet our hands-on director, Mohammed Desai. With over 3 decades of experience, he ensures you receive exceptional service. Enjoy Salah facilities and a complimentary tea or coffee while you wait. Don't compromise on safety and performance. Ample parking available and full-time security on premises. Visit Best Drive Bromfontein today or call 011 837 4000 or 5000. We are 1 kilometer off the M1 highway. Take the Smith Street off-ramp towards Fordsburg, Fitas. Best Drive Bromfontein, where excellence meets service.
Breaking stereotypes, moving boundaries, joining hands. Salam Media. Humanity sets the agenda.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to Salam Media with myself, Shahista Thokan. We are in conversation with Sabihah Docrat regarding relationships and the online dating app which has been created. Now, before the break, we left off with the type of questions that are asked on these apps. Now, Sabihah, these are very direct questions, very specific questions. What type of research did you have to do in order to develop these questions? Was the app tested in a particular market?
Yeah, so we did get a community of girls together and we did check with them, to see what would work for them, because this is a matchmaking sort of a platform. And a lot of the information that we have asked as well came from years and years of the Bling Happiness chat. that we have, that supportive space that we've created. And we've also taken best practices from there in creating these questions, like what works in happy couples, what works in happy marriages, what are the type of things that people often fight about and argue about, and what are the things that girls and boys are shy to ask. So so these questions are very direct,
And
they are very... Yes.
when you say you tested it out, did you only test it out with females as the pilot audience, or have you tested it with the male audience as well?
Yeah, so we've tested it with both male and female
Okay,
to get
okay.
a proper understanding. And to be honest, some of the guys did say that some of the questions were a little bit intimidating from a guy's perspective. But then that opened up a whole space for conversation. Are you intimidated by these questions? Is it a personal, a sort of feeling that you have based on your own experiences, or is there something valid? But yeah, where it was necessary, the questions were changed adequately.
And then obviously the profiles would, divide the audience between singles, divorcees, looking for
Yes.
that category of people,
Yes.
and so on. Then obviously divorcees with children and so on. So
Yes.
Fatima and yourself are the obviously founders of this, and both of you have been in relationships and marriages. So that also comes with a lot of content, a lot of understanding on the relationships and what's happening out there. Would you say an app is a safer way to meet people than, how we have the samosa runs or referrals and so on, because it's actually the two individuals that are choosing their life partners?
So Fatima, and why Fatima makes the perfect partner or the perfect founder is because Fatima has never been married, right?
Oh.
So, but she's been for a multiple samosa runs. So a lot of insight came from there. That's the first thing. So we make a very good team based on that. The other thing is, Shahista, this is a samosa run concept. So the boy and girl do not talk at all, right?
Okay.
That and the thing here is, we were very afraid of how much responsibility we would take.
Right.
If you look into the bigger picture, if the boy and girl has a conversation and we sort of put them together, and there were maybe things that was not very Islamic that was followed. So
Yes. And
we were
that would
both...
have been my follow-up question, like, was there consultation with any ulama or something? Because you don't want to be at risk for being, pointed
Yes.
out for doing something that's
Yes.
wrong.
Yes, exactly. And on the form, one of the very first questions is what is your guardian's contact number and your guardian's email address. So as soon as we find a potential match, or as soon as we find that, hey, you know what, these people would really make an amazing couple based on their similar interests, based on what they're looking for, based on their personality, based on their love language, all of these things come together, and we reach out to the boy's mother. Right, so the boy is copied in these emails, but the conversation actually starts with the mother. Alhamdulillah, Shahista, we received a message yesterday to say that our first match has happened, and what this family then decided was that the boy and the girl can talk for a little bit, but
Of course.
before an actual samosa run had to occur, the boy and girl, and this was on the amanat of the family. The family
Okay.
agreed, and the family is sorry, I'm just plugging my phone.
That's
The
fine.
family agreed 100% that it was okay, but they are aware. So they're not doing anything without their parents' knowledge. They're not doing anything behind their parents' back or anything of that sort. The parents are fully aware of everything, and then they can adequately guide from there as to what the next process would be. So we were very comfortable with that. We felt that, it is in line with the Sharia, in the sense that the parents need to be involved firsthand, and that if things go south, the parents are still involved, instead of them not knowing anything, where the girl and the boy is talking on an app that's similar to Tinder, and nobody around them knows what's happening. So
And does your app require the individual to put a profile picture of themselves or like a social media handle or something?
No, No, so there's no, and we were very clear about certain things. So what happens is that it is a registration form that is built on a platform that only we have access to, sort of the information. So it is a form, and there's no pictures. There's absolutely no pictures which you
So
share.
currently, you are doing it as a manual process where you said you
Yes.
physically are reading the registration forms and the profiles, and physically, Fatima and you are matching these yourselves.
Yes. Yes.
As the platform grows, I'm sure you're going to need a digitization of this method. Have you thought ahead of time of where the app is going to grow and go?
Yes, so yes, definitely we have had discussions of taking this online, inshallah, in the future, but we are very certain that we do not want an algorithm or a computer or an AI to match two people.
Okay.
It is time consuming, and if the team needs to grow, we can then grow it. But I feel like what human intervention can do, especially in cases like this, and you know what, sometimes you just go with your gut, Shahista, and the gut is something that a system does not have. It cannot adequately uh, go with that feeling that, hey, you know what, these people are just right for each other, and that's how we've sort of matched a lot of people. And also, a system can't make dua, right, before the match happens. I mean, continuously, Fatima is an APA as well, and so throughout the system, before we start, we make dua. Before we send that match, we make dua. After the process, we make dua. And these are things that a system cannot do. So inshallah.
And what happens when you have multiple matches, maybe? How do you do that in a pecking order of choosing who to match together?
Yeah,
That must
so
be tricky.
Yeah, no, we do have, and Fatima is very good at this. She's like, okay, we'll show him this girl, and and if he's not happy, then yeah, so we do have a list, but the top ones we sort of, there is a list, but we always go with where the likes are very similar first, and then
Right.
age would be another thing, and then location as well.
So, Sabihah, you're an entrepreneur full time. I mean, you've got Bling Happiness, you sell pajamas, lingerie, lovely quality clothing, and things like that. And I'm sure Fatima has a full time job as an APA. So, this is it now also creating like a platform where it's becoming a job for you, or is it going to be a hobby?
It's actually a job. We have meetings, and it's nice that we are both early risers. So Fatima and I have meetings at 6 a.m. Before it gets sort of very hectic. We have these meetings on Saturday mornings. On Sunday mornings, we'll be like, okay, fine. You know what? Let's just do an after Fajr thing. So we communicate every single day. We've allocated time. We are looking at it as a job, as a full-time job, as something that's additional to what we currently do.
Okay, I have some wonderful questions coming in here online. So we're going to quickly go for a break before I ask them to you.
Salam Media. This is Salam Media, coming to you live from South Africa.
Valley's Motor Spares. We supply motor spares and accessories for all makes and models of motor cars, LDVs, bakkies, trucks, and earth-moving equipment. We deliver on time, every time. Please contact us via WhatsApp on 014-592-0925 or call 014-592-0925 or visit 28 Zenderling Street, Rustenburg. Remember the name, Valley's Motor Spares.
The people of Palestine need your support now. Africa Muslims Agency is on the ground, already providing food, medication, and emergency supplies in Gaza. Donate any amount to Heal Palestine at africamuslimsagency.co.za. Africa Muslims Agency, empowering, educating, inspiring.
Shimmer, sparkle, captivate. Nothing less than a masterpiece. Droplets of gold inspires precious design. Platinum bursts with intricate freshness, and every pure diamond becomes more than just a girl's best friend. Voda Gold Gem Jewelers, where timeless dreams become a reality. Come to us. We tailor-make designer gold, platinum, and diamond jewelry. Trade in or remodel your old gold. Clad yourself with classy name-branded watches. We offer insurance valuation and freezer card calculation. Visit us at 534 Ridge Road, Overport, or call 031 208 9142. Voda Gold Gem Jewelers, manufacturers of fine gold and diamond jewelry.
When you give water, you're reaching out to drought-affected areas, bringing them to life. Fresh water to drink, to clean, and to grow. That's the power of water. Donate now to Islamic Relief.
Searching for elite local and international investment and advisory services from an award-winning firm? Look no further than the Belmont Mayer Group, your gateway to unparalleled investment and wealth management. At Belmont Mayer, we believe in the art of wealth creation, a meticulous process fueled by our unwavering commitment to excellence. With a focus on providing elite alternative investments and quality advice, we also pride ourselves on maximizing value for our esteemed investors, as seen through our consistent outperformance. Your financial success is our top priority. Join us at Belmont Mayer and experience the difference firsthand. Ready to embark on a journey of greatness? Contact us today. Reach out to the Belmont Mayer Group on 078 786 1698. Call or WhatsApp or email us at info@belmontmayer.com. Elevate your financial future with Belmont Mayer, where every detail matters.
Breaking stereotypes, moving boundaries, joining hands. Salam Media.
لا تقل لوحدي أو كيف السبيل.
Humanity sets the agenda.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to Salam Media with myself, Shahista Thokan, and my guest, Sabihah Docrat. We are in conversation regarding the online dating app one.com. Sabihah, before we left off, we were discussing how the process works. And you know, here at Salam Media, as I say, they break the stereotypes. For me and you personally, we all know somebody who is looking to find a partner, a spouse. As much as they say 5 to 1, you know, as the ratio now of the demand and supply of finding a spouse, we still find it very difficult to be in the social settings or in the networks where we're exposed, to other people in order to possibly matchmake or refer somebody. And then it's traditionally used to be based on referrals. Nowadays, we've got family members that don't want to take on that form of responsibility. So when it comes to your particular app and they fill out this profile and this form, is it just Fatima and yourself that are making these decisions based on it? Or do you get then the consultation of the family, as you say, involved to say, well, we've got these two candidates. Are they able to read the profiles, or do they receive the full profile? How does that email to them work when you're trying to pair the two people together? Sorry, Sabihah, you're on mute. There we go.
Okay, sorry. I love that question so much, Shahista. So what happens is we do the girls, as soon as we find a prospective match, the girls registration form is then sent to the boys' side. We'll call him the boys' side for now. But we've left out all the important information, right? Or well, not the important information as that, but we don't share contact details. We don't share things like what work they do, contact numbers, Instagram handles, all of that stuff.
What about their names, Sabihah?
Their names are also not shared. And this is another thing also, Shahista, we've also included a disclaimer. So we have everything on there, and things like we do not entertain questions like what caste, or
Yes.
surname, or caste, or
And I'm
what.
sure you've consulted a lawyer or gotten some legal advice, especially because of the
Yes,
PAPIA
yes,
Act here in South Africa, which restricts
yes.
the sharing of information and the confidentiality. So you've done your due diligence in terms of the consulting with experts, right?
Yes, exactly. And we have reached out to legal advisors as well regarding this disclaimer. And yeah, so it's very brief, it's very concise, it's exactly as it is there to protect all parties.
Okay,
So
Alhamdulillah.
yeah, so to take it back to your original question, the registration form, the girl's registration form is firstly shared with the boy and his guardian. So it's his mother or his father that he has then nominated for the form to be filled in without any contact details and that sort of a thing. And then based on her registration form, the boy then comes back to say, okay, fine, this will be a good fit for me. And then the boys' registration form is then sent to the girls' side. We wait for feedback, and then contact details of the parents are then shared, and things like names and then are shared, and then basically the parents then handle it from there. Then the parents can then decide if that they feel that in today's time they would prefer that that the prospective matches have a little bit of a conversation first to see if this could work out, and then istihara and all of that is read, and then from there they can decide whether a proposal or a samusaran will happen. But we always we try and make all parties mindful that with the samusaran it's different now. We understand that marriage is such a big thing, a big opportunity. It's such a
Yes.
big life changing
Occasion,
event,
yes.
and something that cannot be decided upon on one meeting.
Of
And
course.
there's absolutely no limit to the amount of meetings that you can have, right? Based on that, in an Islamic environment, in a safe environment, maybe with a mahram close by or at home, you can have, if you meet somebody for the first time, so you have that conversation, they come home, you feel, okay, fine, there's a little bit of a connection here. But I do have other questions before I make a decision. So you can invite them over again and again and again, and it can be months before you actually say, okay, fine, um, this
And
is
I
the
think that is so
person for me.
necessary because, as you're saying, it's not a decision that can be taken lightly. And you never actually fully know a person. Even if you court a person, you never fully get to see all sides of them. Let's face it. So, you are going to make that istikhara. You are going to take the necessary steps to ensure that you are feeling instinctively okay with the human being that you are allowing to have this relationship with you. And ultimately, the onus is on the two individuals to make their decision. So, irrespective of the process of where they meet or how they
Yes.
got matched and so on, I think the first point of these type of apps and these type of social media platforms, or wherever you meet a person, be it a samosa run as well, they need to be adults consenting to being open to the relationship and making their choice for themselves without blaming or blame shifting anyone else. And I think that's
Exactly. Yes.
ideally what is important in these situations. Now, Sabihah, Fatima and yourself have limited networks. You've got only so many people that you may know that would use the app. So how then do you actually find people to come and use the app?
So it takes it back to our creator, and the right people will always come if it is meant for them. That's the first thing. And then we have marketed it. We do a lot of marketing on our different social media, and yeah, and so far that's how it is. That's how it's been working. We also don't want an influx. So what happens is we had a 2-week opening for registration where ladies and men can then register, and then we've closed it. And then from time to time, if we have a very good prospect, and maybe there's one or two things that they are looking for, we put it out there, put the word out there via our social media to then inform people that this is the very specific criteria that we have, And yeah, if you feel that you could be a good fit, please register.
So how would you then share your details with like our listeners out there? How do they go about finding the app or maybe applying towards the app? Because that's one of the questions that's come through. So please name the app as well as the contact details for the listeners.
Okay, so the name of the app is called theone.com.
Can you spell that for us?
Yeah, so it's one word,
Yeah.
theone.com.
Okay.
So it's, yeah, just plain straightforward, theone.com. You will find this on Bling Happiness.
Bling
Bling
Happiness. Okay.
underscore, yeah, so that's Bling underscore happiness underscore, and pop me a DM on Bling Happiness, and then we will take it from there, and we can
That is
provide.
on Instagram, right?
That's an Instagram.
Okay. So I'm going to just type it in for my producer to put it in so that we can get the people their information. But in the interim of that, in your opinion, are there more males applying or females applying?
What do you think?
I think females, hey, because I think they're much more open to putting themselves out there. I find that male just take it for granted they'll find someone. I don't know. That's the conversations I have.
Yes, so you're 100% correct on that. We do have a lot more ladies who have applied, but I must say I'm very proud of the men out there, Shahista. 100% of men uh, said that they are happy to marry a divorced lady, and these women who were previously not married. So it was so nice to see the
The
shift in
open-mindedness.
dynamics and the shift in dynamics, right?
Yeah.
And you know, and 100%, all of them said that, you know what, they fine with marrying. You know, they are fine with marrying a lady who's divorced. And yeah, so that was that was very interesting. You know, I was so proud of the guys out there and our Muslim community that are like sort of, you know, looking at things differently now.
Yeah, yeah. So, Alhamdulillah, I think this has opened the landscape up for people in our community. I think it's something positive that's out there, especially because it's monitored so well. And I'm really thrilled that I found out more about the app because people tend to make unnecessary assumptions regarding dating apps. And I think females, especially, they need hope. And, you know, throughout the month of August, I've been, you know, hearing different discussions, attending different events, and so on. And the one thing that comes through is in order to bridge our loneliness, we all seek partnerships. Let's face it. I think we cannot live as single individuals. As much as we think the independent life is great, the financial aspect of being freer is great, I think the loneliness does creep into our lives. And Sabihah, I wish you all the best with your app. I think it's wonderful. And I hope, you know, inshallah, it is a success and it is, you know, something that finds others find happiness through. Any parting words of inspiration to our listeners out there regarding, you know, being single, struggling to find someone? I mean, yourself and Fatima are going to use the app, I'm sure, as well, inshallah.
We
If you
get
have
that question all the time, Shaista, and we actually had a conversation about this the other day. And she was like, you know, everybody's like, oh, now you can match yourself, you know, and I've had the same questions come through, but no, we will not be matching ourselves.
Well, what's the reason for that, though?
No, man. Yeah, I feel like, you know, it will be, I don't know if it would be the right thing to do. You know, if we sort of take form and be like, oh, this is a good guy for us. Maybe we need to, like, you know, phone his mother.
But that's what I would see as a success story, especially because it's worked for you. So you would be a testament of a successful match. And I think that would be wonderful. And if it does work for you, I think that's why the platform exists. That's why the app exists. So don't be close to the idea, you and Fatima. We will pray for both of you, inshallah. But also, I think, you know, everyone has someone. And if someone does fall on your table as a sheet that maybe appeals to you, I'm sure it will click, inshallah. But all the best, Sabihah.
Okay, thank you so much thank you so much for having me, and yeah, all the best for the rest of your show as well.
Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum wa
Walaikum
rahmatullahi wa
salam.
barakatuh. We're going to head over for an ad break before we do our second interview for the show.